Marcus ponders. Surprise! Coming up on 60 days of the felon's tenure in the White House, Donald Trump is finally ignoring court orders and past statutes and proceeding with his agenda, with little or no pushback. On Friday, it was announced that the dictator would invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to assist with his plan for mass deportation, specifically involving hundreds of Venezuelan immigrants alleged to be members of a gang, Tren de Agua. The law, which was passed during the John Adams administration, allows the U.S. to deport anyone over the age of 14 that comes from countries that are engaging in invasion or in acts of predatory incursion. The decision, of course, led to a lawsuit by the American Civil Liberties Union, and the result was a judge, James Boasberg, Chief Justice of the Washington, D.C. District Court, blocking the president from doing so. But here's where things get really juicy. On Sunday, ABC News and Axios reported that the fascists' administration made a deliberate attempt to ignore the judge's ruling, with the administration moving to having the flights take off and enter international waters by the time the court handed down the verdict. The administration did its homework here, and deliberately chose a morally gray issue to test its powers on. Most Americans won't complain that alleged gang members were deported, and the Democrats, who are suffering credibility issues, won't be able to criticize Trump's decision without being accused of defending violent gang members. This catch-22 puts the left between a rock and a hard place. But regardless of the crimes committed by these alleged gang members, the man occupying the president's chair sought to defy a court ruling, deliberately. And in the future, he will do this again, but on an issue that won't allow him to hide behind the same ambiguity. And that leads me into the next topic. Just a little over 24 hours ago, the felonious fiend posted on Truth Social that the pardons issued by Joe Biden were null and void because the president had used Autopen, a machine that can mimic a person's signature. Of course, Autopen has been used by past presidents for years, including Donald Trump himself, who confessed to using Autopens for what he calls unimportant papers. And of course, this issue will find itself in front of a judge. And when it does, and if a judge blocks the fiend from voiding President Biden's pardons, the felon may very well seek to do what he did with the Venezuelan migrants. And when he does, will the Democrats finally stand up and say enough is enough? Or will they keep doing what they've been doing and continue to placate the criminal in chief? Have a different opinion? Let me know in the comments.